danger is that not a single person here, myself included, has ever launched a tandem from as high as we're launching a tandem from tomorrow morning. We're gonna get up to the top, completely hypoxic. Our mental capacity is less than 30% of what it would be at sea level. And our physical capacity is probably about 10%. Honestly, every step we take is a step closer to the grave rather than back to health. I just don't want to see anybody get hurt. But we're gonna do it. Failure's not an option.
The wonder of extreme adventure is you never know how things will turn out. Australia's Adrian McRae thought he'd dreamt up the ultimate adventure, to paraglide off the roof of Africa. Hundreds of daredevils joined his incredible quest up Mount Kilimanjaro. None of them could know what the mountain had in store.
In 2013, McRae led the largest group ever up Mount Kilimanjaro, with the goal of raising $1 million for clean water, building schools, and planting trees in Tanzania. With 6 summits and 2 launches under his belt, McRae leads another expedition to the top of the mountain. Adrian and his team hope to be given the opportunity to be the first pilots ever to launch from the mountain's true summit, Uhuru Peak.
Roger, Roger, we have Clarence. So I'm a paraglider pilot by trade because I found out that I love it. The last 2 years, I felt that I've been working, building this company again. And I lost track of what I love to do, which is go out and fly and go out and have adventures and go out and travel. We need more schools. We need more water. I feel like I'm in a good position to help people. So when the opportunity of Kilimanjaro came up, something just overwhelmingly said, we're doing this.
23 million people in Tanzania do not have access to safe water. Clean water is critical to health, education, and the economy.
If you're not a paraglider pilot, if you've never even thought about jumping off, you can still just do the climb. But if you wanted to fly off and you have no experience, you can be a passenger. I want to motivate more people to do that. And so hopefully I'm gonna make this look really fun and super easy, and like everybody can do it. So that way, the participants keep growing and growing each year.
I just want everyone to know this event is not a profit-making thing. I know we've all forked out a lot of money, but every cent that you guys raise will have a huge impact here. You guys will all get to see the difference you've made, and I think you'll feel the same. Quickly, if you haven't met Gabriel Jebb is our Chief Pilot and Safety Officer. Literally one of the best pilots and most knowledgeable paragliding pilots in the world. So we're fortunate to have him on board.
With over 25 years of flying experience, Gabriel has been certified as a P5 master pilot. Prior to hitting the mountain, Gabriel works with every pilot in the group to make sure their reserve chutes will properly deploy in the event of a malfunction.
My wife and kids are going to be on my constant thought all the time. I haven't always offered the most stable environment. I'm always taking risks. I'm always going on that venture, and I'm always trying to see how far I can push it. And so the biggest fear is getting hurt, injured, or not coming back. But I want to come back. A lot of things I want to see my kids do still. A lot of things I want to do with my kids still. So I'm just going to think about the stories I'm going to tell them when I get back. All right. We just passed the first gate. We're all excited. It's about 1:30, actually about 1:45. We're on our way, so that's motivation.
Over the course of the next 6 days, Chris follows McRae's lead as they make the 38-kilometer trek to their high camp at just under 17,000 feet.
Introduce who's around your arm.
This is my girlfriend that I brought in from Australia, and she's that's my mum, and pretty happy to be on the mountain with her. Hopefully we can stand like this at Uhuru Point in about 6 days. So the reason we do all of this, it's a rare opportunity that we get to do something that we all love, and in particular our group, but most people love adventure, and more importantly the pilots, we love to fly, and to be able to do what you love and at the same time leave a positive impact in a place that really needs positive impact.
To be here with my son, Adrian, means everything. I thought I'd be the one to change the world, and it's my son.
From lush rainforests to barren, moon-like rock and ice, the highest freestanding mountain on the face of the Earth is one of the few places that hosts all 5 climate zones. During this time, the team encourages and supports one another as they share the physical and emotional struggle of climbing Africa's most iconic landmark. Lifelong friendships are forged in the crucible of challenging conditions. After the slow and grinding ascent, the mood changes as the team prepares for the final leg of their journey. During this time, the team has a safety meeting where they discuss flight details.
Everybody's got all their gear. I think the thing that everyone's waiting for, I figured out the order tonight. Jeff, you're first. Cormac and Ali, number 2. Dolph, you're 3rd. Gavin and Christy, you're 4th. Faisal, you're 5th. Rudy and Julie, number 6. Chris and Corey, number 7.
Yeah, it would be devastating if I didn't summit Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm pretty sure I would live with it, but I'd have to come back and do it. This is something that I've set out to do, and so no matter how many tries it takes, it's gonna be done.
Rudy and Julie, myself and Freddie. That's it.
Doing what you do to do this is kind of special and unique. I mean, using your sport to raise some amazing money for an amazing cause. It's a special group of people that choose to do this, and I reckon you should all give yourselves a round of applause for getting here, you know.
The team sets off at 11:30 at night, knowing that they must reach the top by sunrise if they want optimal weather conditions for flying.
Let's go, let's go.
As temperatures lower at night, water in their containers will freeze, even though their need to stay hydrated rises. The wind chill numbs their faces, hands, and feet. The lack of visibility plays tricks on their already oxygen-deprived minds, magnifying the effects of hypoxia. The team takes a few minutes to celebrate their partial victory while also pausing to embrace the ultimate goal, to be the first in the world to fly off the mountain's true summit.
I've already texted my wife, told her I made it. She's excited for me, and she says hurry up and fly off so I can come home.
This is the closest we can do to get your family here. Go ahead and press play.
Why?
And press play.
Congratulations, babe. Congratulations, Daddy.
Congratulations.
Can't wait till you get home. We hope you have a super awesome flight on the way down. Love you!
Oh, baby, let's go. The fact that we climbed the mountain helps thousands of people have clean water. I don't even know where to begin. I've got the most blessed life in the world. I couldn't be happier right now.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks for everything.
The climbers only have a short window to celebrate as they scramble to ready their gear to fly before the extreme summit weather closes in on them. The team is running out of time.
Feel good about it? Yeah.
In the town of Moshi, the ground crew and an emergency paramedic rescue helicopter wait anxiously to assist the pilots in any way possible.
I mean, once they get closer, they'll be able to hear me, but all we have to do is tell them there's hardly any wind and clouds are high.
As clouds quickly close in, the pilots now only have less than an hour to get up into the air. For some of the pilots, their worst fears are being realized. As pilots begin to fail at launch, the mood at the top of the mountain is tense.
Are you okay? Wave if you're okay, Dolph. Okay. Get some oxygen. Okay.
One step back. My biggest fears are safety. You know, I mean, my passenger has zero experience. Didn't even know what to call it. Wanted to call it parasailing. We hate that, by the way.
Chris holds the 5th Diamond Pilot Safety Award, the highest rating a paraglider can achieve. This climb and flight, if successful, will be the pinnacle achievement of his entire career.
That's all I can think about, the flight. Do I launch first, or do I stay behind until all the other pilots are off? Will I be able to breathe up there? Do I have warm enough gear? Am I one of the 25% that won't make it to the top, or be strong enough to fly off? To go through all this effort and not to get to fly off? Can that possibly be okay with me? How am I gonna handle that? Yeah. Forward! 1, 2, 3, walk forward. I'm gonna summit, I'm gonna fly off. I'm gonna fly somebody off, and it's gonna be amazing. Run! Run like you've never fucking ran before. Run, please. Run faster. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Why did we go down? Sorry, man. Why did you trip?
Am I that confident? Am I that cocky that I just know it's gonna work? No. There's a big doubt in my mind that it might not work.
Time is running out and reality begins to sink in for Chris and his passenger. Simply put, launching at this altitude is nothing these pilots have ever done. With the first pilot off the ground, there is a glimmer of hope for the other oxygen-deprived pilots.
Keep running. Keep running. To your right. To your right. To your... Knees up. Knees up!
Look around us, brother. We're above the clouds.
Oh, this is fantastic. We just ran off that mountain. Right now we are flying off the top of the roof of Africa. Kilimanjaro, just over 19,000 feet.
4 years it took to do that.
Bravo!
Climb towards the 10. That'll be it for the win.
We just did the biggest hike and fly in the world. I mean, even Everest, they didn't fly as far.
Hard to explain, isn't it?
It's incredible. We're never going to do this again in our lives unless Adrian pulls it together and do it again.
For me to spend this much money on just myself and not including my family was pretty hard. But the money I'm spending on this is going to be a drop in the bucket compared to what I'm raising by flying somebody off the top. I do believe it's my role to be here. That meant something to me, but yesterday we went to the school and saw where the money's going. They now have a school and fresh running water because of the things that Adrian has put together with the Wings of Kilimanjaro and has invited me to participate in. This is not about me. This is about other people. Everybody could use some help. People need to be able to believe in that. We need more schools. We need more water. If more and more people can come to this cause, to the Wings of Kilimanjaro, then I will feel that this is more of a success than personal.